Okay, hello. I believe my live YouTube stream has started. It's kind of a little bit difficult to tell exactly when it starts, so it's possible the stream may start as I'm talking. Anyway, I'm really excited today to do a Reddit AMA. So you can ask me anything. I'll only be responding to questions on Reddit. And so I think I've got 5 minutes to go before I post. So I have my computer set up, webcam, microphones. I got all of the YouTube streaming connected to a different computer. And so I can't actually see if it's streaming. I go look at my YouTube channel. Here in Australia, we have really crappy internet. And so my upload speed is quite slow. Download speed's okay. Let's have a look. Is it live?
My name's Dimitri.
I have no idea if it is. I can't see anything. This is streaming's always a little bit hard. I can't see the stream on my channel. How interesting. Let me have a look over here. Oh, now I'm getting a bad stream signal. Still got 3.5 minutes before the Reddit. Live. Public view. Let's click this. Yeah, so you have to just apologise. YouTube's technical. It's working. YouTube's technical difficulties are interesting. So the stream itself is going to be quite low quality because I'm really worried that I'm going to have issues. Alright, I reckon we're time to post on the Reddit. So I hope you guys have some good questions. Submit a new link. Submit new text post. Title. Submit. Alright, here we go. Bombs away. Hi, my name is MassageASMR Dimitri. I have been creating ASMR content for years. Now you can go to Reddit right now and ask me anything. To watch me answer these questions, go to my channel, MassageASMR. I don't know, the link doesn't work very well. Like if I go to my channel, I can't see it. Oh no, there it is. I'll see if I can put an updated link in there. Alright. Reddit. Let's see if we can edit it. So, alright. Just talking to the moderators of the Reddit just to make sure everything's okay. Let me just pause this. Okay, let's hope it all works. So I'm hoping the stream is going okay. I'm not going to be able to hear if it's not, so I've still got the signal saying that it's a bad stream. Alright. Opening trading cards. Alright, so the first question is about opening trading cards or the packaging would crinkle. Of course it's something I'd consider. I will need to find the right packaging for the crinkle sound. Alright. If I could film an ASMR video with any celebrity, who would you choose? Wow, that's a good question. A celebrity, who would you choose? I gotta think. Who has that type of voice that you'd want to do an ASMR video with? Geez, I'm stumped. The first thought that comes to mind is Morpheus from Matrix. There you go. Who was the first ASMR artist you remember watching? That's easy. Maria. She was the one that sort of linked the word ASMR with that tingling sensation. I'm thinking, who's this Russian lady doing teacher role plays that I find very relaxing? What is your day job? Do you think ASMR could become a medically recognized form of therapy for depression and anxiety? I think it would be. It's not something you'd use for the therapy, but I think it's like an add-on thing. You know, like people might recommend meditation or something like that. I think it's like a form of an add-on thing. If you could simulate the tingling sensation medically, then maybe. I don't know if these questions refresh or whether I just refresh once and there's already heaps of questions. So, what made you do ASMR? What made me do ASMR was the lack of channels doing massage videos. You'd find one massage video that you'd like, but there'd be no more there, and you'd have to go on looking for another one. What is it like having a huge following of people that enjoy listening to your voice? Do you feel pressured to post videos regularly? Yes, I do. Now that I've created so many videos, I find it hard to make content that is better or as good. Some of my videos yeah, so I do feel pressure to post videos. And with ASMR, for me, ASMR is not something that you can force making a video. Like, the best ASMR is not ASMR. And so I kind of feel that sometimes now that, you know, the pressure to put out videos, that's like a thought in your mind, and I try and push that back. And so there is pressure to create videos, and I need to sort of forget about that part of things and just sort of create videos that I'm happy with. And to be honest, a lot of videos I created recently are deleted. Hey Dimitri, I'm just wondering, have you done any specific training on massage therapy? I have done a little, but most of my massage experience comes from also yeah, so I've done a little bit of training with massage, not a lot. Most of my experience with massage is more about intuition and sort of trying to know what someone wants. And it's very easy to feel someone's body where there's tightness and lumps and bumps, and you kind of have to massage in all different areas. I kind of wish I knew more of the technical side of things, but most of my massage experience just comes from doing it. And also receiving massage. When you receive massage, you can tell where the techniques that people use that's good, and you can tell which of the techniques which are crap. I'll give you an example quickly. I got a free massage the other day. A new massage place opened up. They kept putting out flyers for cheap massage. Eventually they put out a free massage. I went to get it, and it was crap. It was really, really bad. But I found it very relaxing because I wasn't paying any money for it. But if I was paying money for it, I'd be disappointed. I got a massage yesterday, and I walked around shops of these massage places, and I'm looking in the massage places, looking for the people that I know in there. I didn't see anyone that I knew. I asked for someone who wasn't there, so I took a gamble, went back to the first place and went up there. And I saw a young guy that was quite strong, and I thought, yeah, I'll get a massage from him. But no, he was working on the counter, and then an old guy come up, and then I was a little bit hesitant, and I went, hang on a second, those old guys, those old Chinese guys, they're really good. And this guy, I said, I've got tightness here and here, and he massaged awesome. He listened to exactly what I said, and he focused on the area, and it was a great massage. And so he listened, he felt for problems, and he worked on the problem areas that I wanted. That's a good massage, when you listen to the person, and when the person gives you feedback as well. Doing it now. I've done it before. Need to do it more. Have you ever considered doing an ASMR live stream? The answer is doing it now. Done it before, and I need to do it more, but I need faster upload speed. Do I drink coffee or tea? Coffee, mostly. I should drink tea. I'm very fussy over coffee. Do I drink coffee or tea? Drink coffee. I should drink tea, and I'm very fussy over coffee. There's only certain places I like to get coffee. Like, you can have a shopping centre with so many different coffee shops, and I don't want to buy a coffee because I just don't like them. Are you a vegan, vegetarian? No. But, to be honest, I believe a vegetarian diet, honestly, is probably the best for our health. I don't believe the way that we consume meat or the way that we consume dairy products is probably that beneficial to our health. I would, if you went back to hunter-gatherers that ate meat, I think that would be a little bit different, because they would eat multiple things, but meat can if you were to find one animal, that can feed a whole tribe of people. But it's natural meat, it's not farm meat, and now meat these days is not that healthy, I don't think. Hello from England. Do you have plans to make YouTube your full-time job? I would love to. I'd love to make YouTube my full-time job, but I kind of don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. And so right now I'm kind of working on a couple of different things to try and supplement it and try and diversify a little bit. And if I can have a little bit of success, maybe by the end of the year, I can step away from certain things. All right. Hi, Dimitri. Been a fan for many years. My question is, you've expressed interest in watching Muay Thai. Are there any other sports you have interests in? Any sports you want to get into but haven't? Of course, yes, you'll be seeing more Silver Soap. Boxing, UFC, boxing, motorsport. Any sports that I want to get into. I'm getting a bit old for getting into sports. And so I there's no real sports that I want to get into. Oh, my stream's good again. But there's a few hobbies that are kind of sport-like, but they're not really a proper sport. I got a question. What's your CSGO rank? I just got back to Gold Nova 1. I feel that I'm somewhere in the Gold Novas, but I don't think I'll be much higher than that. How old am I? I'm 42 years old, I think. You kind of lose track of the years as you get older. Do you have a favorite unintentional ASMR trigger? And yes, what is it? It's people. Why people talk. Yeah, so my favorite unintentional trigger would be the way people talk. Also, when people focus on you, massage, haircuts, talk. Yeah, I guess my favorite unintentional trigger is just people talking. It could be through hypnosis, someone talking about something that they like. I think it's the voice is definitely my favorite unintentional trigger. So, what got me into making ASMR videos was I kind of wanted to make some massage videos because I felt like I had confidence and experience in doing massage videos, but I never ever really planned to talk. And then when I started, people asked me to talk, and then I thought I'd try whispering, and then I thought, oh, my whispering voice doesn't sound that bad, but I'm never ever gonna talk, because if I talk, you hate listening to yourself, and when you listen to yourself, you kind of like cringe. But now, when I listen to myself, I put myself to sleep. What is your full natal chart? Okay, that requires Googling. Natal chart. Free astrology birth chart. Wow. I had some astrology readings done recently, but yeah, I don't know. So I did have an astrology reading done recently, and I think I saw what you talk about. The natal chart is like a circle with different star signs with lines going around the place. Alright, I think it's time to refresh this Reddit page. This is going to be a bit scary. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing questions answered. Here we go. Oh, there's lots more questions. Sorry, I'm still recovering. My voice has been bad for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So do I plan on doing any role plays in the style of the Age of Atlantis? Yeah, I'd love to. I just got to sort of get back into it. I've got all of the costume up there ready to go. Maybe I could add a few extra props to the whole scenario and situation, which would be quite interesting. But I do love the apocalyptic style of stuff. Magic Gathering. Magic Gathering or the Hearthstone is something I could do, but the problem is I have absolutely no knowledge about it, no experience. So if I was to do it, I would be just fumbling my way and I'd have no confidence in doing it. So like, sorry about the spelling. Yeah, hang on. So I guess with videos, you kind of need to have a little bit of a confidence or experience doing some of it. Stream seems to be working. Wow, there's more than 1,000 people in there. All right, Booty Master. That's an interesting name. I've been a huge fan for the last 3 years or so. You're the reason I got into ASMR, so grateful for that. Wow. So the question is asking about what do I think about the recent explosion in the ASMR community. Well, for me, I'm assuming that's the explosion in the YouTube channels out there. And so I see a lot of YouTube channels out there, and a lot of them are good. I've gone to some of them and tried them out. For me, it's hard for me to gauge the channels because it's just kind of different for me because I kind of create the content, and it's kind of not the same as it was for me. And I think there's lots and lots of great videos out there. I see lots of people doing it. I think it's great because it just gives people so many different options to watch. They can try and find people that have that tone of voice or the way that they whisper that you really like. And so it's important to do that. Dimitri, I love your work. What's number one on your bucket list? Number one on my bucket list. Alright, what's number one on my bucket list? Number one on my bucket list is to get a four-wheel drive, which is kind of on my bucket list of things to do right now. And I had a dream when I was a young boy, and it was me walking up a beach, not driving a four-wheel drive, but walking up a beach. And the beach was like an endless beach. And I want to, and I want to find that beach. And it's number one on my bucket list. But I tell you what, there's lots of other things on my bucket list. I really, really, really want to go to a lot of the old ancient ruins. Like I really want to go to Baalbek. I'd like to go to Egypt in the ruins. And I'd really like to travel to Peru and see some of the old stonework and things like that. That's something I really, really want to do. Alright, do I have a target for how many videos per month that I want to make? I'm kind of aiming for one video a week at the moment, but I want to try and make more. So that's kind of, I just want to start, I don't want to have too much of an expectation, so I just want to start with one video a week. Captain Cocoa Crinkle Pop. Yes, it will be my list of stuff. One of the guys I played, the question is when will we see another Captain Cocoa Crinkle Pop? Captain, I don't even remember how I even thought that up. But yeah, I kind of had fun doing it. I think that's really, really important, is you kind of have fun doing the stuff that you do. And one of the guys I played Counter-Strike with, he reminded me, you know, you got to bring that back. I'm like, oh God, there's so many different characters and videos that you just want to sort of make more of. But I try not to think about it because then that just adds to the thoughts. Media Loaf. Hey Dimitri, if you could choose one very loud action movie and turn it into one very quiet ASMR video, what would it be? And someone replied saying that Predator. And so Predator would be a good one to go for. A very loud action movie. Jeez. I have no idea. How does a very loud action movie turn into a very quiet ASMR video? Maybe you could translate the sound of gunfire to little tapping sounds. Hey, I wonder if you could do that. You could take the video of an action movie and then you could do little tapping sounds to it. I should try and do that. Take the video of a movie. The copyright's going to nail me for it, and then overdub ASMR sounds to it. Alright, Dimitri, I'm a huge fan of your work. What would you say is your favourite ASMR trigger? People's voices. What are your thoughts on beards? I wish I could grow one. Next question is what are your thoughts on beards? I wish I could grow one. I kind of try and it just gets too itchy for me and I kind of have trouble doing it. Dimitri, a big fan of yours for a few years now. Sleep would be a nightmare without you. Well, I'm glad that I can help. My question to you is, how do you overcome repetitive videos? In other words, how do you adapt to the ever-changing society of ASMR on YouTube so your content doesn't get too repetitive? So, for me to adapt to the ever-changing society of ASMR, I think with ASMR, trying to create the same type of content, it kind of doesn't work that well. But if you create something different or very different than or unexpected, then you get that unexpectedness of watching the video of you don't go into it with any expectations, you just sort of go in watching it. It's like when you watch a movie without any expectation of it and you realise it was one of your best movies that you've watched, or one of the movies you've really liked recently, and it gives you like a nice feeling afterwards. When was the first time you experienced ASMR and when did you learn what ASMR was? Right, so when was the first time I experienced ASMR? I'm 99% sure it was when my mother was giving me back scratches when I was a kid. And I know I used to really, really love the back scratches, and I'm positive I would experience the tingling sensation from those back scratches. And when did I learn what it was? I think there's two things there. I need to edit it. I learned... Yeah. And so when did I learn what ASMR was? So I learned what ASMR was when I saw Maria put the tag in her video, and I connected the tingling with ASMR, and then I Googled the term, and I realized that, I'm not special and that everyone can experience ASMR. But when I learnt what ASMR was, so if I learnt what the tingling sensation was, I found when I was 18, 20 years old that it could be triggered by a certain set of voices, mannerisms, and things like that. And then from then on, I learnt to look for those little things for the tingling sensation to start working. Alright, what rank are you in CSGO? Gold Nova 1. And then it says, do you want to play? Well, my question back would be are you good? Because some people's Counter-Striking, while it might be good, it's a team game, and so you got to really work together as a team. And giving information, like literally when you die, and giving clear information on where enemy is, can mean the difference to winning the whole competitive match or losing the whole competitive match. So, how is the development of your son's best possible outcome? Okay, so here's a question which is important to me and I very important to me, is how is the development of my son and the best possible outcome? And thank you for saying he looks so sweet. He's pretty cool. So my son's doing really well. He's on track for, that best possible outcome. And it looks like in Australia, the way things work with, as you get older and stuff like that, when you have a diagnosis of autism, then, you get certain support, and part of that support is basically to get a re-diagnosis. And in Australia, there's this whole thing going on, and it's slowly moving through the country. It hasn't gotten here yet. But what I'm seeing is as this new support structure comes in for disabled people, a lot of them are being forced to get re-diagnoses at quite an extreme cost. So it looks like we're probably going to have to go through a re-diagnosis in the future. And I believe that he will actually lose his autism diagnosis. So I think that would be a best possible outcome. So we'll lose any support that we'll get through the schools, but I'm hoping to hold on to the autism diagnosis just for a little bit longer so that he does receive the extra support, and that, it just gives me more communication channels to make sure that everything's sort of on track with him. Dimitri, just watch your YouTube comments. You know that it works perfectly. It's getting comments every second. So, you're live. All right, so I just got a question here. Dimitri, watch your YouTube comments. You'll know that it works perfectly. So I'm expecting that's about the stream. So it says the stream's still good. And it's getting comments every second. I don't have it on any of the computers at the moment because I'm worried that, anything that I connect to the internet might cause problems to the stream. So I don't want to really risk it. And then I got a question. What jokes do I know? And I was never that good at jokes. Do you have Russian roots? Do you speak any Russian? Sorry, I'm just looking at something. Do you have any Russian roots? No. Do I speak any Russian? No. But my name is spelled Russian. What's your favorite place in the world? Alright, to be with my family. To be honest, this morning getting some hugs and cuddles from my son is probably the best place in the world. When did you first play D&D, and what have been some of your favourite experiences playing it? Oh, here we go. Alright, so here's a question. When did you first play D&D? I think it was about like 12 or 14 years of age. It was actually with one of my family relations that had one of those voices that used to trigger my ASMR. And he used to always trigger it, and he still does to this day, when he would talk about computers and programming stuff and stuff like that. And what have been some of your favourite experiences? I think playing D&D, paper D&D, it's fun, and like you just have like these random moments that happen, and you got to sort of work together, and you got to think of puzzles and stuff like that. It's like recently one of the guys that we play with come back from overseas, and we went to one of these places where you get locked in a room and you're given clues and you have to solve your way out of the room. And and it just shows when you play D&D together and you have to solve puzzles on working together and stuff like that, and it's just playing with friends, I think, is the best experiences. But here's an example of, we come across a level 20 lich. A lich is like an undead wizard or someone that can cast spells. So they're extremely powerful. They're already dead. It's the sort of thing that when you're playing D&D, it's like you'd run from it. And so I can't remember exactly how it went, but it kind of went in the process of someone threw a net on it, someone cast silence on the net so that the lich couldn't speak. And because if it can't speak, it can't cast spells. And then the dungeon master gave us all like a 2% chance to roll a psionic ability. And I happened to roll a 2% chance. I think I rolled like a 2. And then I got the chance to roll a psionic ability. And then I rolled like a 97. So 1 being basically you get nothing. 100 means you get something decent. I actually got something decent. And I used a psionic ability on the lich, and that confused him for a round. And it just meant that the dungeon master couldn't do anything with him at all. And we beat him. But we did it with like really good teamwork. I'm sorry. Alright, were you always into audio recording, or was it ASMR that drew you into it? No, I was more into video recording, and so I was very comfortable around a video camera. And I'd grown up also around stages, working backstage with lighting, rigging lighting, not really much with audio, but more lighting and stuff like that. So, I kind of added the computer element, and audio recording is like an extension to video recording, so it kind of works hand in hand, so it wasn't that hard. Right now I'm using my Tascam UH-7000, which are a good device, but they have crappy power supplies in them. Alright, what is your main motivation for continuing to do ASMR? It's for people to watch the videos and to help people. When did you find out about ASMR? Watching a early Maria video. I got a message here from Kozak. You're great, dude. Keep up the work with what you're doing. Actually, I should move this up a little bit. There we go. That will work a little bit better. Alright, Kozak, you're a great dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks. What's your favourite movie of all time and why? This is a question that I thought I'd get, and I kind of beach. Alright, so what's your favourite movie of all time? So this is my favourite movie of all time, and to be honest, I've watched lots of better movies, but it's one of the movies that sort of stuck with me for such a long time, and it's called Beach of the War Gods. It's a Japanese action movie. It's similar to The Seven Samurais. It's the same style where, you know, a few guys have to get together and watch it. Oh, and then the other thought comes to mind of that other movie. Oh yeah, that's even better. But it's better. But this one's, it had something about it that really got me. And it's one of my favourite movies. It's not really like the best movie of all time, but it's one of my favourite movies. And I'm 42 years old. Is there any place in the United States you would absolutely love to visit? Oh, I don't know. So, you know, if I was to go to America, I'd have to do a little bit of research. I've never really looked at, you know, America and what's there. You know, people talk about the Grand Canyon and, you know, I know there's so many other places out there, but it would be hard for me to say anywhere because I'm just not that familiar. But I would go for somewhere natural than going to a city. So I'd rather go somewhere more natural environments than going to somewhere that's full of concrete. What are your thoughts on negative stigmas has to the general public? A lot of my friends think it's either weird or sexual because they don't understand the feeling. I think Alright. So what are your thoughts on the negative stigmas of ASMR? A lot of my friends think it's weird or sexual because they don't understand the feeling. And I get the same thing, you know, when I try and talk to people. You know, but I kind of explain it in a way as, you know, do you like getting a massage? Do you like getting a haircut? You find that relaxing? Well, ASMR is kind of like that for us. But also, you know, I think society's been conditioned to see certain things that they can't see or touch as something strange or something not to believe in. And so I think if more people were a little bit more open and would be more willing to relax and try out some of this content, or, you know, I think that they'd be more easily sort of understanding of it, where people sort of, they don't really kind of want to understand it because it's maybe a little bit too hard. Greetings from California, Dimitri. I see that you have some Star Wars posters and some things around your house. And how you uploaded the Force Unleashed review. Will you ever do a Star Wars roleplay or some sort of video to create Star Wars? Oh, Star Wars would be hard. I think, you know, I could create like any type of video, you know, but to do it, I'd really love to get the look right. Like, to give an example, there's a content creator called Phoenician Sailor. He has a really awesome voice, much better than mine, I think. And on Facebook, I see some of his screenshots to his videos, and I just love the look he gets to his videos, and I kind of am quite jealous of the Phoenician Sailor's look. And I think recently he did a Negan roleplay, and man, he looked great. And I'd love to emulate the way that, you know, he sort of nails or gets some of the looks that he does. And if I was more confident in getting some of those looks, then if I could get the look and get a basic idea on how to do it, it wouldn't be that hard to do it. What is your favourite CSGO map and why? What is your favourite CSGO map and why? I've been playing Overpass and Cobble recently. It's fun, and you need tactics, and you also need teamwork to try and do well on it. Do people from your regular life recognise you from YouTube? And how has it affected any of your relationship with friends or family? I do have some people and you know, so some people do recognise me in real life, which is nice. But my friends and family, it doesn't really affect it much because, you know, my friends and family were there long before ASMR was. So, why did I start an ASMR channel? Was to create a channel with more massage videos. If you weren't doing ASMR, what would you be doing? I have no idea. Life would be boring without ASMR. It's kind of hard. Can't really imagine life without ASMR now. Did Raffy Taffy ask you if he could use your ASMR sounds in engagement sounds videos? Oh, I don't know who Raffy Taffy is. I have some people ask me. I had one person recently ask me. Collabs and yeah, so what are my thoughts on collaboration videos? I always sort of wanted to do collaboration videos. Sometimes it's a little bit hard, sometimes it's easy. It's kind of, it just depends on what the feel is like. If it feels good, you know, I'll try and do it. What made you get into games such as Counter-Strike Go and TF2? Half-Life 1. So I guess, you know, Half-Life 1 was a game that I really got into, and, you know, Team Fortress Classic was not long afterwards, and Counter-Strike followed onto Team Fortress Classic, and they become two hugely popular games, and I really enjoyed playing both of them. And so Team Fortress 2 recently had some weird change which, I don't know, screwed things up. And Counter-Strike has always been fun for me, and I always like playing it. And what I enjoy most about both of those games is that they require teamwork, and you've got to work together with people, and you sort of get to know people a little bit playing the games. And so you've got people playing something they enjoy, and you've got people working together as a team. And so it creates kind of like friendship, and a sense of fulfillment or enjoyment when you work together and you complete a task, or you win a round, or you win a match, or something like that. Alright, do you use your own videos for ASMR? Wow, it's taken me a long time to answer questions. This is like 49 minutes ago. I wish I could answer them in real time, but sorry, my voice has gone bad. Alright, my voice is still bad. Water. Okay, the question by ZGoldman28. Do you use your own videos for ASMR? No. But I have experienced ASMR from my own videos a couple of times, which was unexpected. And it's weird because, you're watching your own video and you start getting ASMR and you kind of get excited and then you lose it. One video I'd watched heaps of times, or while I edited it, and I never experienced anything. And then one time afterwards I was watching it and I experienced ASMR and it was nice. Is there another ASMR artist you'd like to collaborate with? Oh, there's lots of them that I'd like to collaborate, but I'd really like to collaborate with someone in real life. Not trying to work over the internet and all of the complications. I'd really love to work with people in real life. I'd like to work with Heather Feather. I think Heather Feather's amazing, and she's one of the hardest working ones. Maria Gentle Whispering. You got some of the big names, but there's also some of the other names. Emma Whispers Red. I really want to sort of work with her, and there's so many people out there. Too many to say. How weird is it when people ask you what you do on YouTube? Do they find it strange? Yes, they find it strange. I mostly avoid talking about what I do on YouTube. I think it's important not to say too much to people about too many things. So in my real life, very, very few people know what I do on YouTube. Here's a common question. CVB00000. Hey Dimitri, I really love your intros into your no talking videos. Is there any chance of an entire video like that? It's kind of hard. It's weird. The no talking thing is when I use the hands and stuff like that. There's a purpose, a reason behind it, and it kind of, it's not being forced, and that's why I think that it works so well. There's another reason why as well, which I'm not going to mention at this point, but that I believe it has a strong effect. But when people ask for an entire video like that, it's hard because then you're forcing yourself to do something that doesn't have a reason behind it. So you kind of need a reason behind it. What are some of your favourite bands? Jeez, it's been so long since I've like I can't even remember one of the bands that I just too many to mention. So yeah, some of my favourite bands, it's hard to remember them. On some of the bands, so like, you know, over time there's so many bands, like, you know, I remember seeing Aerosmith live, Metallica live, and it's not just bands, there's also singers and stuff like that that you get into. But I tell you what, there was one band live that I was blown away with, and I'm trying to remember their name. They were from England or Europe or something like that. Oh man, I can't remember their name. Maybe it'll come to me later, I'm really sorry. But yeah, there's just so many bands that I liked growing up. And it goes back to like, I just forgotten them all. I haven't listened to them for so long. Sorry. What ASMR channels do you listen to? And what's your favourite ASMR trigger? So, I don't really have any favourite channels at the moment. There goes my voice again. You know, my favourite trigger is people's voices. With the channels, I've been jumping around a lot on the channels to try and find something that I like. Haven't been able to find anything that I really, really like. I do know that I do like some southern accent role plays. What music did you listen to growing up, and what music do you listen to now? Oh boy. Guns N' Roses. What's some of the stuff I like listening to? Let's see, what's it called? Oh boy, it's not even there anymore. Granddad, what's Alright, where am I? Yeah, so I guess some of the bands I listened to when I was younger were sort of more of the, you know, when I was younger, the rock style of music was, you know, the kind of thing that I listened to. You know, I've always liked listening to the pop music and stuff like that, but I kind of preferred to listen to music with a little bit more sort of creativity to it. in that they make the music themselves. They do the music, and they play the music live. And I love listening to someone live, and they sound so close to the original, radio recording, and that goes to show that there's not too much things to make them sound really good. They just sound really good like that. And listening to live music is really, really good. I think when you get to some of those really big events, you kind of lose touch unless you were to bring it into like a smaller location. So sometimes listen to just music in smaller locations. But I like all types of music, from heavy metal, rock, pop, classical, relaxing type music and stuff like that. Even traditional musics and stuff. There's a whole variety of different music that I like. All right, wonton soup. I was never much of a noodle soup person. Sorry. As a long-time D&D player and fan of your ASMR, your videos where you acted as a dungeon master were some of my favourites. Would you ever consider making a video where you explain D&D for beginners? Maybe flicking through the pages of a handbook gently and reading through character creator paths. Then you could do a video on game rules, combat, leveling, taking feats, and make it a whole series. This is something that I would consider. Yes, I would, because I'm confident and I'm passionate about D&D, and I love playing it and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm playing a game where once a month we go to a friend's house, and we have our own dedicated man cave at our friend's house, which is pretty cool. And we played D&D there, and I tell you what, we finished a spectacular game. I think it was at the end of last year. And it was a pretty epic encounter, and so we're just playing a new game now. So we do that once a month, and on the weekends I play with some other friends online, and I've been playing with them ever since the very, very early days of I started making ASMR. Man, I'm trying to get through these questions and I'm like an hour behind. Oh, jeez, I've only refreshed once or twice, and so many questions. So I got a question. Firstly, how are you? I'm great. I'm loving this, but I'm also fearing how many questions will be there the next time I refresh. How much do you usually spend on your channel a year? Wow, that's a good question. It can be from 10k to 20k. So I think I spent this last year, I don't think I've spent that much, but I do have like all of the records and everything. And I think in the establishment of this area and room and equipment, I think from like 3 years ago and 2 years ago, I think I spent between $10,000 and $20,000 a year setting all of this up. There was significant costs, especially at the start of it. But I think on average maybe $5,000 to $10,000. Right now I'm looking at getting new lights because I got these old fluoro lights, which I got at the very, very start, and they've been awesome and they're great lights, but I kind of think it's time to upgrade my lighting because I find it a little bit limiting. And I was looking at lights last night, and I was looking at lights between $500 and $1,000 each, and I'm thinking I don't really think I need that. So I got to find something that is a combination of affordable, practical, and yeah. All right, here we go. We got Holly and Cole 92. Sorry for the pronunciation. Hi Dimitri, is there a certain sound that you will always cause you to feel tingles? How did your first experience ASMR? How did your first ASMR experience go? Is there a certain sound? It's hard to say that. There's no like magic one sound that will trigger ASMR for me. And again, it's not even like a one voice. It's a combination of things. For a certain sound that causes me to feel tingles, for me it requires like a combination of sounds or a voice. It's not like, this one sound will do it. It's like there's something more to ASMR that we aren't really touching on that I think helps people to feel the tingles. And my first ASMR experience isn't really my first ASMR experience, but I think it's the first one that I knew that it dawned on me that ASMR could be brought about by a certain set of events, sounds, situations, people touching you. And I found it to be like a continuous 5-minute stream of some of the strongest ASMR that I can remember. And it was just awesome. Not a question, but I had to tell you, this is by Wild Karma 23. Not a question, but I had to tell you how awesome you are. Always enjoy your videos. I'm wishing the best for you this year and hope all your dreams come true. I have munchies. I have some nuts that I've already been munching on. I kind of prepared a little bit with a little bit of food here. Okay, so here's a good question. Booty. Hey Dimitri, big fan. A lot of people watch ASMR do so because they have depression or anxiety and just want to feel relaxed. ASMR videos are sort of like a gateway from the troubles of this world. I was wondering, have you yourself been depressed in the past? Yes, when I was younger, you kind of go through a period of depression, and it's odd where people's suicides implant a little thing in your head that you can be suicidal yourself, or you may want to suicide because something happened. Okay, so I've never been suicidal, but I guess you could say I've been depressed when I was younger. But I had a friend of mine once, very, very good friend of mine, and he came to my house wanting some money. So whether it was for money for some drugs or some alcohol or something, it was something like that. I don't think the drugs were that serious, but I could tell something wasn't right. And I still kick to myself to this day that I didn't see the signs or pick up enough that he needed some help. Or I should have stayed with him that night or that day, because I believe that night or the next day he committed suicide. To be honest, the suicide was just over thoughts of not being good enough, a girl, not having enough money. And to be honest, I think the world should be able to fix these things very simply, very quickly, very easily, by giving people tools, knowledge, and also removing these sets of circumstances that cause people to feel this way. The world set up at the moment, this is my answer. Of course I was depressed. I think the tools to deal with depression are not taught to people. And depression is something that's sort of just pushed under the side, or doctors just give you pills to alleviate the symptoms. They don't fix the problem. They don't cure the problem, which the problem is, it's in your mind and how you think, and the thoughts that you're having is what's amplifying the thoughts of depression or anxiety. So if anything, society is built to create depression, sadness, stress at a higher and higher rate. And this is why ASMR is helping so many people, because one of my thoughts is that the stress of the world at the moment of having to pay bills, go to school, study, dealing with people's behavior, bullying in workplaces, it's just the amount of stuff out there that creates so much stress. When your nervous system, your sympathetic nervous system, releases adrenaline and all of these nasty stuff into your body, which is your fight or flight nervous system, it's great. It's there for a reason, and it's there so you can run fast, you can fight if you have to. But animals have this as well. But do animals live in a constant state of stress? Do animals live under a constant state of anxiety? No. They'll have that fight or flight reaction, and then they'll run away, and then they calm down and relax. The problem is with people, we're under this set of stress and anxiety situations around us so often, is that our bodies are constantly in that fight or flight mode. And I believe that the ASMR activates the other side of the nervous system, which flushes out all of those bad drugs that get put into the system by the fight or flight responses. And the ASMR activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which puts all of those feel-good drugs into your body. So that's when you're getting the tingling sensation, and it's basically just flushing away all of that stress, all of that anxiety. And so in today's world, with stress and anxiety, ASMR is like the thing that can flush the crap out. This is just my belief. There's nothing for me to point to or prove that this is reality, but that's what I believe. Thank you, Cheese and Twos and Booty. You're asking a very, very good question. Favorite movie? Beach of the War Gods. People are going to go look for that movie and they're going to go, what the hell? This movie's crap. And it is. It's not the best movie. Hang on. What's that other movie that's similar to it, that was more recent, that was spectacular? Movie 2016. Best summer movies all time. Come on, this will bring it up. 13 Assassins, there it is. Yeah. You know, favourite movie, you know, your Lord of the Rings type of stuff, I think, to be honest. But Beach of the War Gods is one of the first ones that stuck with me. Anime is for little kids. Hang on a second. You can't have a username like that. Because I like watching certain anime. What's that producer's name, that director? I think I've got some of his movies here. Where is he? Oh no, it's not here anymore. It's been moved somewhere else. Alright, I gotta do this. Hayao Miyazaki, that's him. Alright, and one more. Alright. What happens to you when you stop uploading for a long time and then come back and then have some sort of mass upload and then disappear off again? Alright, so I've been a follower since you had 4,000 followers. You've helped me fall asleep for years. Thank you. 2 questions. What does your wife think of ASMR and you giving massages? And what do I have to do to score silver soap? Alright, so what does my wife think of ASMR and you giving massages? My wife thinks it's a bit strange, ASMR, but she supports me massaging other women. I promise you, nothing's ever gone on between many other girls that I've massaged. It's just pure and simple massage, even if they are half naked. And what do I have to do to score silver soap? And what do I have to do to score silver soap? You've got to buy it from the silver soap maker. I'll have a quick look, see if I can find it. Silver soap. Oh, that didn't work. Not at all. I'm just having a quick look for silver soap and see if I can find it. You'd have to send me an email and I can put you on to the person that makes it. Wow. I don't want to refresh. There's going to be even so many questions. All right. Up to Anti-Einstein. Interesting name. Thank you for this AMA, Dimitri. Just one question. I know that you're a Star Wars fan. Which movie is your favourite and why? Empire Strikes Back. Yoda? Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. So Empire Strikes Back, I think, was generally the favourite movie for the Star Wars franchise. You know, it has good story, character development, has action, and you've got to love the snow scenes where they've got those walkers and stuff like that. You know, all of that stuff hadn't been done before. And Yoda, you know, Yoda was, he's like the Jedi Master. How does it feel to be the king of ASMR? Alright, how does it feel to be the king of ASMR? Well, it feels good when I finished recording a good video. And that way I kind of am happy that I've recorded a good video. What are your favourite sounds to hear and create? Tapping sounds. Tapping sounds was such an underrated sound. I didn't think much of it at the beginning, and then I realised it was so good. Have you watched Parks and Rec? No. Don't know what that is. Hey Dimitri, recently you said you'd like to have a tarot card reading, and I happen to do just that. If you would like, I'd love to do a reading for you. It's your call on how you'd want to contact each other. I think. All right. I'm always up for like a tarot card reading or something like that. Actually had one done 2 nights ago, which was quite interesting. Hi Dimitri, this is BRB Sooners, Be Right Back Sooners. Hi Dimitri, I was wondering what is your favourite trigger? Tapping sounds, I think. Oh, I forgot about triggers is in massage as well. Completely forgot. Do you think everyone is capable of experiencing ASMR with the right triggers? Maybe not everyone. The problem with, trying to make someone feel ASMR is that you're trying too much, whereas for them to experience it, especially the first time when you're kind of trying to force it, it needs to be more natural. So I think you'd have to sort of put them into natural situations that they might tend to experience it. So for example, for example, someone playing with your hair, someone gently running fingers over your skin, whether it's hands, legs, feet, back, shoulders, neck, trying hypnosis, trying relaxing massages. I think you need to approach it in the right way. That's why if anyone was to do a study, you'd need to approach triggering ASMR in the right way to get the best possible outcome and result. So if you just stick someone in a seat and say, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video, I think the results would be crap, to be honest. Give me eyeliner. I like that, man. Just give me a sec. Give me eyeliner. Sorry it's taken me an hour to get there. I'm still fearing to scroll down. Give me eyeliner. So this is going to be at approximately Okay, so I have a question here by Give Me Eyeliner. And it says, hello Dimitri, I love your work. I'm so excited that you decided to join us here. Your no talking, whispering is my favorite thing. I'm getting chills of thinking of it. You barely move your mouth. And I can still hear a barely audible whisper. My question is how do you do it? More specifically, how do you speak so quietly? I'd love a whole video of that if you're taking requests. I understand your request. So my answer is there's something special going on during that point of me doing the no talking thing. It's almost like I'm speaking a forgotten language and you're understanding it without words, or understanding is feelings, or it is feeling it. So the understanding is sort of like feelings and not words. So this is me trying to elaborate a little bit without going too far into what it may be, because I don't know, to be honest. So maybe what I can do is I can attempt to try and give an example of what it is. So, alright, so it might go something like, So there's a little piece of video of me attempting to kind of recreate with purpose the no talking thing. Am I a programmer? No. What area of Australia would you recommend the most to visit? I'd probably recommend North Queensland because you've got like these, I think you've got the oldest rainforest in the world, the Daintree rainforest, and you've got a huge reef of just massive beauty. And there's certain islands there that would just be awesome to go to. And there's a few islands I want to go to. There's one island I want to go to. It's got like a resort on it, so you kind of got a few choices. Well, not many choices. You'd see the expensive, or expensive. But, you know, you're on a reef. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just literally swim off the beach and go snorkeling and look at the reef. And I really, really love the water. Oh, sorry. More food. All right. Jam the fourth. No question. I wanted to say thank you for all the wonderful work. I hope all's well. Thank you, Jam the fourth. Tompkins, what got you interested in learning massage? If I'm remembering correctly, I read somewhere that you're not formally trained but learn through experience. That experience is my wife requesting massage, and I got very, very good at giving massage from practicing on my wife. Have you ever met another ASMR artist? Not in real life. No. I don't think so. When is the tuning fork coming back? It'll have to come back soon. That comment has been deleted. Sorry about that. What did I have for breakfast? I had toast with avocado in it, plus some Vegemite and some what did I have for breakfast this morning? I had some toast with avocado on it, plus some Vegemite, and I had some halloumi, grilled halloumi cheese on it. So normally I wouldn't have any halloumi cheese on it, but it just happened to be there this morning that I didn't prepare, but it was there, so I ate it. Can you do typing ASMR with your keyboard? I think I'm doing it now. I wonder how noisy my keyboard is in the recording. Okay, so I got a question. Brandon Head 88. Marvel or DC comic movies? I really don't have much idea. I know that two different studios own two different brands, and I think like Spider-Man and Superman's one, and the Wolverine and the others or the other one, Wolverine would be your answer, the Wolverine series. And I'm really, 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 really stoked that Logan's coming out soon, so this will be Hugh Jackman's last movie, which is understandable. You can't ask him to go lifting bloody hundreds of kilos of weight for months on end to get a really ripped body when he's getting old. And so I think in this movie he didn't have to rip up too much, because I think he keeps his shirt on for most of it. But yeah, Hugh Jackman, I think, is Wolverine. You know what I mean? He created the character, not created the character, but in the movie sense of stuff. So I used to watch Wolverine as a cartoon, and yeah, you know, Wolverine just has something about him that everyone kind of loves. And looking forward to that movie. Also looking forward to John Wick, except in Australia, it's most of the time we get movies at the same time as America. This time we have to wait until April 2 to watch it at the cinema, which is just depressing. But Logan, I'll be going to the cinema to watch it. Grofus, did I ever actually use the silver soap, or does it smell good? No, I never used it, but my son did bite it once. Alright, so I've never used the silver soap, I've only just crinkled with it, but my son once, he took a bite out of it. He went, This was when he must have been like, 18 months old or something like that. And it was really, really funny. He took a bite of it and his face was all normal. And then about 1 or 2 seconds later, he just got this look on his face and he just didn't like it and he put it away. And he never bit it again after that. What is the meaning of life? All right. ASMR. What is the meaning of life? To understand how... I think I've spelled the wrong word. To understand how precious it is. Also, to seek the truth, I think, would be something that's important. We've got Jumpman 1. Found your channel a week ago. Definitely my favourite ASMR content creator. Thank you. What's your favourite sound? Oh, scalp massage. Scalp massage is awesome. If you had a manship with an ASMR artist, would it be Raf Taffy or Fred's voice ASMR? If I had a manship. Who's Raf Taffy? I'd have to go with Fred because I don't know. I've never seen the other guy. And Fred's nice and voice, so if we, nice and strong. So if we have to row, to get to shore, I think I'd go with Fred's voice because I know that he has a little bit of strength there. Sorry, I don't know about Raf Taffy. I don't know. But I need to think of survival abilities when I'm stuck in a manship with an ASMR artist. So, how old was I? The PC, 1990, 1996. I don't know. When I first experienced ASMR, I'd say between 10 to 15 years old. It's really hard to tell because I don't have any definitive point in time. But I do remember distinctly at about 13 years of age. I distinctly remember about 13 years of age definitely experiencing it. Okay. Nashihiro. Have you experienced ASMR during childhood or just after discovering ASMR videos? During childhood years, definitely. Sometime after 10. Like I definitely remember about 13 or 14 years of age listening to one of my family relations voice. 100%. I remember the house. I remember the place. And I remember vaguely the time. Touchable Hat 45. What are your ASMR triggers? Do you get tingles making your videos? Much love from Florida. So my triggers are mostly voices, watching massage videos, plus some sounds are good. I don't get tingles from making videos, but sometimes when I'm making the videos, I get certain little feelings. It's not ASMR, it's something different, but I know when I'm getting those feelings, I know that whatever it is I'm doing at that point in time is working. It has effect. All right, so sack flat. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. The question is always wondered how you've been able to put out high quality audio in your videos so early on. My question is all of your knowledge on audio quality self-taught or due to your working in IT? Well, due to working in IT, I got exposed to lots of different people that would come to me for IT problems, and they would work in video or audio or lots of different places. And so I was able to tap into resources of people that had more knowledge than myself, and they would point me in the right direction. And so, to be honest, the audio quality that I did at the beginning was a mistake. I was at a friend's place with a recording studio, and I asked him, what's a portable recorder that's good for me to buy? And he opened up his magazine because he has his subscription of audio recording magazines. And he said, here it is, it's this thing here. It's a Zoom recorder. It's not going to be high quality, but it's damn good for the money. And I said, all right. So I jumped onto Amazon on his laptop, had a look how much it cost, looked to see if they'd ship it to Australia. And I must have logged into my account on Amazon on his computer, and I accidentally clicked the one-click buy. So instead of me clicking the buy button to see how much the freight was, I clicked the one-click buy. And I was like, uh-oh. And I went, oh, well, I guess I've ordered it. And then I borrowed a couple of microphones off of him. And so basically I bought the Zoom recorder, and then I borrowed 2 audio cables, 2 microphones, and then I had to buy some microphone stands because you kind of have to have microphone stands. And then I went into a walk-in wardrobe that you're in a room, and then the room outside of it, you could close the doors, and so that gave a little bit of soundproofing to the room. So basically, I turned a walk-in wardrobe into the world's first ASMR recording studio. So from very, very, very early on, I started with professional microphones, a semi-professional recording device, and I was recording in a room that had really good audio properties to it. Because it was a walk-in wardrobe, the other parts of the room had material in it and things hanging up or whatever it was. And so when the sound would bounce off the wall, it would then get absorbed by the material and it had its own sound to it. And so that's how I got my good sound. All right. And so from then on, once you want to move up from a little recording studio, you need a proper recording studio, which is kind of what I've built now. Well, here we go. Super Saiyan Fox. That sounds super nice. What's my zodiac and height? You'll have to suffer the centimeters. You can convert that. So I'm not that tall. Have you ever think of making an ASMR collaboration with a US artist? Yes. I have made one or two. I've already done a couple of collaborations. They're kind of a little bit hard. I always wanted to do a collaboration in person with someone. Alright, so next question is, where did I buy my tuning forks from? I bought them from a lady, Aline. So I kind of read her book and followed her principles on using the tuning forks. And the next part is, can I do a long video with the really deep ones? I think I would have to find a way to sample the sounds to keep long. So I think I'd have to try and sample sounds of the tuning forks to sort of make it longer, because you're always sort of hitting them and they don't ring for very long. So I think I'd have to try and like record it and somehow loop it or something. That's not what I'm good at. Gabor 1216. Do I live in Australia? Are you Russian? Yes, I live in Australia. I'm not Russian. And they said thank you for the video, so they say thank you back. I got a Epco Esparco ASMR. Would I like to visit Rio, Brazil? Of course I'd like to visit Brazil. There's lots of places I'd like to visit. Please do a video, react some ASMR videos. I would love to see you see one of my roleplay kisses. Alright, I'll have to somehow put that in my list of stuff. Oh. Alright, I'll have to put that I think I've already subscribed to her. Alright, I'll have to check that out later. Alright, I'll have to check out her videos. I got Matt Griff 1984. I found your video on your son heartwarming and inspiring, and I hope he's continuing to make excellent progress. Do you use ASMR techniques to help relax your son at all? I'm an expecting father and would think that it's a great way to soothe children. Yes, I do use ASMR stuff on him. Mostly running fingers over his skin. We call it diddles. So with my son, I might run my fingers over his arms or over his chest or stomach. Before nighttime, we have like a little routine where it's like diddles. First, he wants it here, and then he wants it here, and then he'll want it on his stomach, and then he'll want it on his hips, and he'll want it on his legs, and then he'll want it on his back. He basically wants it all over his body. And you can see sometimes his voice, the sound of his breathing change, and you see his sort of eyes dilate a little bit, and you can see he's getting quite relaxed. What do you think about United States? Can it be on anything politics? Donald Trump. It's interesting with Donald Trump and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Politics is something I have views on, and I don't know. With Donald Trump, you see, I don't see that much, but I see signs of stuff that's positive, but I see signs of stuff that's negative, and that's all I can say about Donald Trump. But what I can say about politics is I think that politicians shouldn't really be running the country. I think people in different positions with different knowledge and experience should be doing certain parts of running and controlling countries. You to Warg. Do I get tingles from my own videos? Not really. I have, but not really. We know you love making ASMR videos, but what's your favourite ASMR to receive? Oh, unintentional ASMR in person, please. So I like unintentional ASMR. I like it in person. You know, like if I'm getting a little bit of massage. I find if I get like a little bit of leg massage, like I tend to get ASMR at that part of my body. Mnet117. Hi Dimitri, I love your channel. Do you sometimes find yourself having creative difficulties when doing videos? No ideas or not being able to get the sounds? Good question. Yes, I have difficulties. I think I have a little bit of fear sometimes in getting some of my thoughts out, or there's also that fear of will the video be good? You know what I mean? I kind of have to walk into it and just forget about all of that and just start recording. I generally can get sounds out of objects. If I don't get sounds, I'll just put the object down and go to the next object. R3 fridge. Do you think you'll make a back massage video soon? Hopefully in the future. I haven't really thought about it much, but I'll have to try and do it. Luke Skyblocker, what's your favourite trigger? People's voices and massage. This isn't a question. This is from Morris Nichols. I'd like to say thank you for making these videos. I'm always stressed and ASMR makes me feel so much. You're welcome. Hi Dimitri, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? That's a good question. If I had one superpower. There we go. To heal. There we go. That's very, very easy. I was wondering if you've ever gotten tingles from your own videos. I need some more food. Okay, so we've got Judged Judy. How can you not love watching Judge Judy? Have I ever gotten tingles from my own videos? Love from Belgium. Yeah, a few times. I get really, really excited when I get tingles from my own videos. And then I lose it. But I've fallen asleep to listening to my own voice lots of times. What are my top triggers and who's your favourite ASMR artist? Voice and massages are my top triggers. But, you know, favourite artists, there's just so many to list. So many. Do you get recognised, this is by Bitcoin513, do you get recognised on the streets by people who watch your videos? Still got time. Alright, so yeah, do I get recognised on the streets by people who watch your videos? Sometimes. If you could do a VR ASMR, what kind of video would you do? I think relaxation. Alright, Soliac, if you could do a VR ASMR, what kind of video would you do? A VR. So VR means you'd be able to look around. Sounds would be in certain positions. I know, I guess like a spa relaxation massage. Something where you go into a spa and get a relaxation massage. Do you have a PS4? No. Do you want to buy a PS4? No. What's your favourite games? Mostly first person shooter. So yeah, mostly first person shooters are my favourite games. The Dark Lord Grundy. No, the Dark Lord Gundy. Dimitri, I want to thank you for everything you do. I made an account here just to ask you this question. What was the first time you've ever experienced or felt ASMR? So I think it was, I'd have to say from vague memory, that was when I was getting my back scratched. In for a song. Hi Dimitri, big fan of your work. Thank you for your dedication. One question. You introduced your son to us and expressed a will to make a series about autism. Is this still on your mind? Do you think ASMR could help people with autistic disorders? Yes, it is on my mind. Yesterday. So yeah, it is. This year I'm planning to get into it. Yesterday I met with someone that is supremely experienced with working with kids on the spectrum, and she's got a partner, and they kind of want to get into doing videos, but I think they're kind of not quite sure. So I'm going to see if I can help them to help me to get into it as well. But I also want to get them into it, because they have she has the experience and knowledge to really help people. And I want to be able to give information and tools and a way for people to help. So I'm trying to work with a person. Obviously they're trying to create something, because they need to earn money. For me, this side of thing isn't really about earning money, but I just want to help some people. So I kind of want to find a way to help people, and I'm not quite sure, because here in Australia, the official rates of ASD is 1 in 80 or something like that. In America, apparently it's 1 in 60. But on the ground here, we're seeing rates between 1 in 10 and 1 in 30 kids are ASD. And I'd say about 1 in 20, 1 in 25 kids are ASD in Australia right now. So the rates on what we're told, or there are officially, which is official because it's an official diagnosis, the rates we're seeing on the ground, when you look at numbers and you physically count the numbers, then it's much higher. So there's an extreme risk of every newborn child being autistic. We're talking at the highest 1 in 30, at the lowest 1 in 10. And so, these are the numbers that I'm seeing that are being affected right now. So there's so many people that are going to need so much help, because kids on the spectrum, it's very difficult to understand and to find ways to help. And the key word is early intervention is the most critical thing, is almost having a screening for kids to see if they're on the spectrum, so that at 2 years of age you can start working with them, instead of when they're 5 years old and they get to school and then they have to get a diagnosis done, and then the kid's 5 years old. You've missed this massive window of neurodevelopmental time that you could have been working with them to help them. Dr. Dimitri, can you do one collaboration video? Sure, but with who? How? Just give me a second. I mentioned I should disable something in my preferences. Who cares? Just give me a second. I'm just trying to disable inbox replies. Give up. Alright, let's keep going back. Uh-oh. I've lost where I'm up to. Right, let's refresh. Oh no, there's way too many comments. This is going to be difficult to find stuff. Alright, where am I? Alright, here I am. Alright. When you were starting as a male ASMR artist, how did you get noticed? Did you advertise your channel? I did post some videos on Reddit. I guess I didn't really advertise. I did post on Reddit sometimes for my videos. I guess it's just a matter of making videos and just getting noticed and people watching it. How did you find out about ASMR? Watching Maria video. Alright, so yeah, I'm miles behind these questions. It's over an hour ago. I think it's still live. Let's see if I can see myself live. I think it's still live. Wow, there's lots of comments. Alright. Yep, that's definitely me live. Alright, so it's still live. Alright. Hello, this is from Reality Pie. Hello from England. I love your behind the scenes videos such as editing video and audio. Do you ever plan to releasing more tutorials on there? I want to show... So I want to show a video where I set up and record some live video, the editing, but more important, audio editing, what I do. So yeah, I do want to do a video. It's not really a guide on how to do stuff, but it's just on what I do to record an ASMR video. Do I like sports? Of course. Slim Crowder. Yes, of course I like sports. VHX91. Hey D, what are your thoughts on erotic ASMR? Do you think it has a serious place in the ASMR community, or is it questionable? I think the question is, do some people experience ASMR during erotic videos? If yes, then there is a place. For me, no. So yeah, for me, never have ASMR and any sexual experiences ever been combined. Like, just not for me. But there must be for some people. So if there is for some people, then there is a place for it in the community. And so, you know, if you can do it on the bounds of being on YouTube, then you can do it. Yeah, so I think the true nature of ASMR, I don't think is really erotic, or I don't think there's any sexual arousal. And I think most people would agree on that. But there's going to be a few that maybe it kind of links together for them, or they've had an experience where it links together and then they continue to look for it. So I guess there's a place for it. 1329 Prescott, big fan. Been listening for a couple of years now. Where do you get all those amazing paintings and artwork behind you? I'm a friend that prints and sells art for a long time. Yeah, so I get them from a friend. He sells artworks, and I help him with his computers and printers. I've known him for a very long time, and I hate HP DesignJet printers using an Internet Explorer interface to control them. And yeah, I don't think they're the best printers. How often do you watch ASMR yourself? A few times a week, from Martin's Sweatshirt. The Wiki Wired. Do you find it difficult for male content creators compared to female content creators? Yes, it would be. Yeah, it's always going to be harder for guys to get into this type of stuff, because the YouTube content is really dominated by girls. And from the last time I looked, males were the people that most watch it. And so, yeah, the girls, I guess, will have an easier time to get subscribers, get into it, where the boys, I guess, just have to focus on creating good content, and just slowly build up subscriber base. Captain Callis, I'm a huge fan. I actually fall asleep to your videos almost every night for the past 3 years. Glad you're back doing videos. Thanks. What games are you playing these days? Playing CSGO. Looking. So I'm trying to look at streaming a few games. I couldn't imagine me trying to find a format to do ASMR with a Counter-Strike game. I have no idea how that would work. I don't know, maybe I can be all sneaky peeky like. I don't know. But I want to try something. I'm going to do a video with another local Australian. We're going to play Gary's Mod. I'm going to try and find something fun and see if we can do a video or something like that. Try and help him out a little bit. Alright, and the Whispered History of Australia is the top video of all time. I have to remember that. What is your favourite place in Australia and why? So I think the Gold Coast, where I live, is the best place. It's got beaches, mountains, shops, people, friends, family. I guess that. Yes, Fraser Island is my first destination when I get my hands on a four-wheel drive. Yeah, so Fraser Island is visually, my dream of an endless beach. But in the dream there was no other people on it. It was like it was a different time, a different place. But yeah, Fraser Island. I've been to Fraser Island, and when I get a full drive, which I guess might not be for a little bit of time yet, but I really, really want one. One of my first places to go is to Fraser Island. Take my little fella there. Are you planning to bring that random wheel from Touch Tapping 9 into other videos? Jeez, I don't even know what that random wheel was. I think that was like a toy or something. Cats or dogs, Cokes or Pepsi? Cats and dogs, Coke and lime. Sakura, I'm never going to pronounce that name. Cats or dogs, Cokes or Pepsi? Or cats and dogs are both cool. And Wimmer's soft drink is better than both of them. What happened to the future holographic series? The whole galactic partner idea is a great roleplay and a major trigger. Lina Grace has a hypnotic sleep story that I combined into a playlist with your holographic series, and it's all I listen to. Lina Grace. I remember someone doing a story once, and it was really good. Alright. Alright, I'll have to look into the holographic. Okay, so Gamer is how much you charge for massages. I don't charge because I don't really do it professionally. Do you have a hard time getting volunteers for your massages? Yes, I do. Yeah, some people don't really like going on camera being massaged, which is kind of understandable. So, Tom Reddit is asking, what's living on the Gold Coast like? Living on the Gold Coast isn't too bad. It's kind of good. There's lots of things you can do. It's like a tourist destination, so there's always theme parks. You got beaches, you got mountains, you got there's lots and lots of parks. And there's lots of people and stuff like that. And some places, I guess, aren't that good, but some places are pretty good. It's not that bad living here. And, there's lots of bars and clubs. If you're younger, there's, you can go out every night and have heaps of fun and meet heaps of people. There's lots of different stuff to do here. Kathleen, do I listen to music often? Not really. So the music I listen to now is like, I go through sort of phases. Like sometimes I like looking at some of the old 80s music. Recently, I've been listening to some old John Farnham music. John Farnham's like an Australian singer, and I've just been getting into listening to some of him. You know, sometimes I like listening to Bjork. I really liked Bjork as a singer. Or sometimes I'll listen to relaxing music. What are your thoughts on a physical shop front for ASMR therapy? Like a massage place, but instead you sit down and perform ASMR sounds or role plays for them. This is by P. Crowe. I think the whole point of having an ASMR therapy shop front kind of is against the whole idea of ASMR. I think it's kind of like, you might call it the relaxation station. And that way you're not promising anything except being relaxed. And you can let the person choose whether they want massage, a sound healing thing, they want hypnosis. You know, if you want to do a shamanic role play thing on them, if they want to hear sounds or what it is. I think relaxation station shop. Yeah, so there's definitely ways you can do it. Gamer trip for life. Conor McGregor or Floyd Mayweather? Mate, if Conor McGregor goes into a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather, it's going to make him a shitload of money. But, seriously, you're going to fight Floyd Mayweather, like one of the best boxers in history, in a boxing match, and you've never done boxing before? Come on, the chances for him to win would be almost, it's a puncher's chance. You know, it's but Conor McGregor, he has a pretty good puncher's chance. You know, and if Floyd Mayweather went into a UFC ring, Floyd Mayweather would have no chance against Conor McGregor. And so, I think it's pretty silly, to be honest. You know, Conor McGregor should be fighting in the UFC. I don't think he wants to fight, to be honest. I think he sort of wants to avoid fighting, make money, get out of it. I like Conor McGregor, but I'm not a huge fan of his. But I have to admit, I do like listening to his you know, putting down the other fighters. It's funny what he does. And I have to admit, he is really good in the octagon. He is really, really good in the octagon. I'd like to see him fight I think it's the Russian guy, Khabib. He's just a beast. I'm really looking forward to Tony Ferguson versus Khabib, because that's going to be a super bloody good fight. And Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, I wouldn't buy that pay-per-view, but I'd buy Conor McGregor versus Khabib. All right. Rest Frock Shadow asked if I do some more reviews on movies, which I should be doing because they're really easy to do. So many questions have already been asked, such a heated thread. Do you have a wife, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend? I hope you don't mind. I have a wife. That was Derek Kellery. I got Jennifer. Hello from Sweden. Do you have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. I have a 5-year-old. That follows me around. I have 3 little fish and 1 snail. Right now, my son and I are desperately hunting garden snails. We want to try and find some garden snails to have our own little snail farm. But it's just been so hot, and I haven't seen a snail around for ages. Poor little fella, though. I'll give you a little story. This is for Jennifer J. My little boy, I was doing some gardening, and I pulled out some garden, and I saw a little baby snail. And whenever I find a grasshopper or a caterpillar, or we've got lots of spiders, so they're just everywhere. Or we found a couple of green tree frogs as well. Whenever I find anything like that, or garden worms, I'll tell my son, and he'll love to get involved and stuff like that. And it's funny when a grasshopper jumps on top of him and then crawls around his neck. But yeah, found a little green snail, a little snail, and Oscar was playing with it. And I said, you've always got to put the insects back kind of where you found it. And so he was playing with the snail, and after he finished, he put it back into the garden. And then later that day, that was in the morning, we come back later that day, and we were going to swimming lessons, and he had a look for the snail. Poor little fella. Almost in the exact spot where he put the snail down, the ants got him. And the ants had eaten the entire snail, and all that was left was the shell. And he was devastated. He felt awful. And we went to swimming lessons, which didn't go... That was a strange sound. We went to swimming lessons, and that didn't go too well. And when we come back, almost the whole snail shell had been eaten. And so he wasn't too happy about that, because he basically killed the snail. So we're looking for snails right now, and we want to have some pet snails. Tudge Da Great. I'll show your PC gaming videos. Do you play Overwatch? No, I don't play Overwatch. No, I don't. No, I don't play Overwatch, but I should try it because it looks like it's a really good game. WC Columbus 77 is asking about doing a video of just the opening of the No Talking videos. This is hard to do. It's just it's kind of hard to do. Oh, here we go. Oh, no way. This guy. Gnif. Alright, good morning, long-time subscriber and fans. I'm thrilled to see you doing an AMA. Now for my questions. You don't have to answer them all if some of them have been asked before. What is your most important... Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. He has questions. Reddit is terrible for doing stuff like this. The questions are detailed. Oh boy. I think I will have to come back to this one. Hi. I'll read the question first. What is a great competitive 5 versus 5 first person shooter? And so I start writing the answer, and as I write the answer, I thought I'll look up at the username. And who should it be? But Mr. Highland Shrimp. Highland Shrimp is one of the guys from America that I've played the most with. He's quite funny to play with, and I quite enjoy playing Counter-Strike Go with him. And we've had many, many games together. I still don't know how he's ranked so highly because sometimes he plays so crappily. But yes, Highland Shrimp. I'll go send him a message on Steam. We've got LPK44. Hi Dimitri, lately I've been having lots of panic attacks. They're new to me. Do you have any tips on staying calm and getting through them? They started very recently and ASMR doesn't help. Is there anything you could do? Alright, here we go. This is going to be a hard search. ASMR drivers bus. Boy, that's not going to find anything. I got a video that would help. The problem is trying to find it. It's like, trying to find some of my videos is like trying to find something that, I don't know, it's hard to find. Okay, I gotta find this video. Won't be long. Where is he? Shrimp. All right. Fairy Chair's got a live stream going on right now. Here's a shout out for Fairy Chair. Go check out Fairy Chair. She's awesome. Channel. Videos. Oh, jeez. This is going to be a hard thing to find. Alright, you just have to bear with me for a minute. Captain Coco Crinkle Pop. I'm just going through some videos trying to find something. The moment you realize when you're looking through videos, when you're trying to find something, and you have 500 videos, 600 videos or something. No, actually when I think about it, it's old. Where do I go? Has to be this way. You just have to give me a minute. Here's an old video that might be interesting to some people. way too many videos. Is that it? No. Oh my god. How is that? No. Interesting. I'm looking at all these videos. I'm looking at all these like videos that are still like unlisted and haven't been viewed by people. There's a video. Oh my goodness. I just found a Dr. Dimitri virtual. I know that must be just a test or something. Look at all these old videos. God, there's still more. Alright, I give up. Okay, sorry about that. So I was trying to find a video for LPK 44. I have another video where I talk about, with panic attacks. It's like you think of yourself like a bus, and you've got different drivers in your bus. So, like right now, while you're watching this, you could be driving a bus, you're relaxed, you're kind of waiting for me to reply to your comment, or you could be getting a panic attack because I haven't replied to your comment just yet. So I hope that's not the case. I do have a video somewhere that talks about it, but I have no idea what it would be called to be able to find it. But what I have linked for you is what I think is my best video ever that I recorded. And when I say best, it's not best as it might be best for ASMR, but it's something else that I think is best. And so I've linked that for you. And I will try and find this other video. I just don't know what it would be called. No idea what it would be called. Way too many videos. Way too many videos. Yeah, so drivers on the bus. So the drivers on the bus is who's in control of your mind, your body, your vessel. And so your bus is the vessel, and you've got people in your bus that have different like emotions. So you could have the angry version of you. Think of that movie, the recent kids movie, the animation where you've got angry, happy, sad, and whatever it is. Think of it like that, is that you've got different emotions driving you. I think it's important to realize that when an emotion is causing you to have a panic attack, that you need to sort of be aware of it and to rein yourself back in, pull them out of the driver's seat, put yourself back in the driver's seat. I think the most important thing is just being aware and having tools that you can use to panic attack. So there's a reason why you're having a panic attack. There's an underlying reason why. There's something going on in your life. So try and analyze it and look at it and see if you can work out why. Okay. All right. An Empty Space talks about the Dr. Dimitri shirt. The Dr. Dimitri shirt. All right, so the Dr. Dimitri shirt, An Empty Space, is, I had to go to a photo shoot once, I think when my son was a baby or something like that, and I had to buy a shirt. And so, having very limited time, one day I went to a shop, I think it was Target or something like that, and bought a plain white shirt, and went to the photo shoot, done the photo shoot, come home, and then one day I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do a cranial nerve examination because everyone's doing them, and I got to do it. And so I thought, well, I'll make a character. I got these yellow sunglasses, and then I got the yellow sunglasses and I put the shirt on, and I thought the shirt's a bit noisy. I hope it doesn't cause problems. And lo and behold, the shirt becomes a crinkle icon of Dr. Dimitri. But I think over time, I think it's kind of lost its crinkleness. I've got to find a way to try and get its crinkleness back, because it had to get washed. I had to wash it twice. Yes, so it's only ever been washed twice. Berserker0087. Hi Dimitri, big bin fan for a few years now. My question is, what's your favourite ASMR to receive, and who does it for you? Personal attention. Real life. Yeah, so, a little bit of personal attention in real life, whether that might be a few different ways of doing it. And person that has a golden voice. You've got to have the right voice. Alright, Martin Sweatshirt. I really like your videos. What's your favourite YouTube channels? And what's your favourite TV show? Well, at the moment, Walking Dead, and Vikings, Game of Thrones. Favorite YouTube channels, too many to mention. What's my favorite book? Real time. Oh, favorite book. We'll go one book. What movie? Beach. Gods. And TV show. Game of Thrones, that's easy. Alright. Captain Callis, you've been asking a few questions. Smile and Spy. How's Oscar doing? All right, Smart Spy, how's Oscar doing? He's doing well. He seems to be getting there socially. Some of his social skills probably aren't as good as others, but it's hard to compare. But he's doing much better than in the past. All right, I've got Old Rusty Eye. I recently went through a breakup and started watching your videos again, but I wanted to find a video from you about what I was feeling. Would you be interested in making a Dr. Dimitri video about grief and sadness and helping getting your mind off the issues and then capping it off with good advice from your wise self? That's a good idea. So what we do is we copy and paste, and we put it into somewhere in here. Alright, have something to eat. 3 hours. Sorry, having a lunch. All right, sorry, a few questions. Halwall, what is your opinion on WWE's expansionist policy and their new Monday Night War against independent scene? I don't think, they're a big corporation. I guess they're just trying to crush. They've probably got this mentality that we're the biggest, we're the best, let's crush everyone. I'm just taking a guess. I haven't watched WWE for a very, 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 very long time. I think that they need a little bit of competition, and plus they need smaller organizations to help develop talent that they're probably going to steal anyway. So, I don't know. Do I like jazz? I'm not a huge fan of jazz, but I have to admit that I've listened to it live. Listening to live music is so much better than listening to music from a stereo. I got Autodite saying I was the first channel he ever watched, which is thank you. Who's my favourite ASMR channel? I did Violet Day. She's been like my favourite channel. Well, she's one of my favourite channels. I love her southern accent role plays. I love the facial expressions. I love sometimes when people use their faces and their eyebrows and stuff like that. Ziki Bro asked my favourite animal. I just put tiger. I kind of like tigers. Here's an interesting one. Reality Pie. Hello from England for the third time. Are there any Australian creatures you're terrified of? The country is literally covered in dangerous animals. I'd be scared to sleep. I kind of scratch my head and I think dangerous animals. And I think kangaroos? No. Koalas? No. Wild dogs? There might be a few of those. Bunny rabbits? No. Spiders? No. Snakes are something you'd have to watch out for. Yeah, snakes, but knowledge and having a snake kit would be very, very beneficial. What I'd be scared of is box jellyfish. Getting wrapped with the tentacles of a box jellyfish. That kind of scares me. And sharks. Like when you're in the water, it adds a huge element to survival in a situation like that. And sharks are just huge. And there's not that many, but they are there. And there's also crocodiles. But crocodiles live in a certain area. And you kind of know when you're going into an area where there are crocodiles, you know that they are there. You may not be able to see them, but you know that they are there. So it's like it's known. They're there. You know what they can do, and so you can avoid it. But a box jellyfish, and a shark is like a random encounter in the water. So on land, the crocodiles aren't going to stay too far away from water, and so as long as you're not too close to water, you don't have that random encounterness to it. But a box jellyfish and a shark, it's a random encounter. You're in an environment that at any random point in time you could come across something. And there's other stuff as well. There's like sea snakes as well. But sea snakes apparently are quite inquisitive, and they're not. I don't really hear of sea snake bites. They're probably not. They can't eat us. We're way too big. Why would they bother biting us? Unless we're trying to grab them or something like that. Australia doesn't feel that dangerous to me. Kai Ball. Hello, Dimitri, and thank you for the AMA. Are you going to do another Tibetan bowl sessions? Yes. Yes, I will be. And we got another reply. I got 16 Tibetan bowl videos in the playlist. Wow. Ricky Gali 95. Greetings from Italy. Did your son contribute to push towards ASMR acknowledgement? My son is the reason why is. Alright, Super Grover Monster. I've been subscribed to you forever. Honestly, I've always been impressed by the sheer lack of any background noise in your videos. How do you pull that off? Build a recording studio. Good microphones and preamps. So basically recording studio is recording studio built, good microphones and preamps and a way to record it. It's basically a recording studio. Do I create the backgrounds of my videos or are they done by another artist? I have printed. All right. Would you ever start vlogging your everyday life? Maybe. I don't think my everyday life's that exciting. Have you ever had massage clients request you to do ASMR during a session? I've never really had any clients. The people in my videos I ask to be in them. Argentina, Lalo Lander 145. Hello from Argentina. I love your video, especially the hand movements ones. I have no idea what this video is. But here's a link. I just found this just before. It's a unlisted video with 72 views. So Lalo Lander 145, here's something for you. Do you ever listen to your own? No. I don't listen to my own videos to relax. Exposed bricks. Thank you for exposing or introducing me to ASMR. I can count on one hand the times I haven't fallen asleep to it in the past 2 years. Okay. Alright, more back scratches. Mr. Tomorrow, what got me into ASMR? I guess I just love ASMR. And I'm surprised that I can make people or help people to experience. Oh boy. I just thought I got to the end of where I was. And I'm thinking, okay, I can refresh for my next round of questions. And it says there's 290 replies. That's kind of scary. Vincy 201. What are your views on acupuncture and would you recommend it? I've been going through a tough time at the moment and your positivity and tingles help me through anxiety and keep it up. So yeah, Chinese medicine, acupuncture and stuff like that. You remember the Chinese have been together as a country for longer than most other countries, you know, when you think about it. Most countries change and whatever, but China's been around for a long time, so, you know, their knowledge and stuff's pretty good. I've always wanted to do acupuncture, but I've always been a little bit scared of the needles. I'm not scared of needles, but I kind of am. Just theirs. No. Alright, and Sondra, greetings from Norway, suggested tapping on a basketball type rub would be a good thing. Oh man. Like, I got questions from 2 hours ago that I haven't answered. Crazy. Crazy. Too many questions. Sorry, just going through and answering some questions. Alright, sorry, just having a bit of a munch. I just answered a few questions. Thanks for all of your content over the years. My question is, who's your favourite MMA fighter? Holy moly, how do you go on to say a favourite MMA fighter? I don't know. I can't say I've got a favourite one. Too many to list. Like MMA fighters, it's not like a boxer where, with boxing, you've only got such a small chance to get a championship and stuff like that. With MMA, every win and loss is like literally just a hair's breadth of getting punched in the face. Sorry. And I like a lot of the MMA fighters. I kind of like a certain style. Like, you can't not like someone, but, you go back to the old days of Fedor and Pride and stuff like that, and the old UFC days. I think so many of them are my favourites right now. Yeah, sorry, there's just too many to even think about that. I got Espaco ASMR. Oh, sorry, I don't have to pronounce the name. Asking me to do a video watching my reactions as I watch one of her videos. Do Reddit retard or something? Do people PM preserve or hateful stuff? Not understanding what ASMR is. Not really. I don't get too much, stuff. Will you collaborate with Phoenician Sailor and Ephemeral Rift? Maybe one day. I'd love to know how Phoenician Sailor gets his bloody looks and stuff like that. And Joey Ibs. Hey Dimitri, do you have any hidden talents you could demonstrate quickly on live stream? Hidden talents? Hang on, isn't ASMR my hidden talent? No, I don't have any. Faded Go-Getter. Hey Dimitri, you are the reason I can sleep easy at night. Thank you. Anyway, how's Oscar doing? Figure how does Oscar like listening to my videos? He doesn't like listening to my videos because he doesn't listen to my videos, but I will read him stories and stuff like that at night time, which he very much loves. Yes. What is it like raising a child with autism? Tough. So, Member Boys is asking what it's like raising a child who has autism. It's hard. It can get much harder because certain kids have it differently, and there's different levels of the difficulties that kids have. It's very neurological, and it really messes them up, really bad. It's really bad. And it's quite sad that everyone wants to bury their head in the sand about it, to be honest. Are you a real Masu? Not at all. Too many to list. Hi from UK. What is the strangest reaction you've got about making ASMR? Oh, the facial expressions. Try to explain it. Yeah, people give funny facial expressions when I try and explain ASMR. Alright. Where do I find the unique items you put in your videos, like the Tibetan sound bowl? Well, the Tibetan sound bowl is easy, just sort of... So yeah, I just picked a good singing bowl. Search shops, stuff I can use. And so Iran ACC is talking about underrated triggers. I think an underrated trigger is when people are sort of talking in a more natural voice instead of doing the sort of, and even though I do it too, you know, I kind of think a more natural feeling to it. Hello from England for the 4th time. If you had one wish that could be granted, what would you wish for? Oh, that's a big call. Here we go. That everyone can experience ASMR. There we go. That's a good wish. Cool Beans 419. Hey Dimitri, I love your stuff and I've been watching it for years. I didn't know about ASMR till I found you. Ever thought about doing a Let's Play series on your second channel? Yeah, I'm thinking about trying to do some. Yes. I've been really wanting to put some of my gaming videos up, but I'm kind of not sure how that will do. S4 Pearl, crunchy or creamy peanut butter? I like crunchy. And what do I think about Donald Trump hair? It looks funny, and have a little laugh about that. And I got a Castle the Angel saying thank you, which you're welcome. ASMR Daniel, what would be 2 biggest pieces of advice for fairly new ASMR YouTubers? ASMR Daniel is asking for some advice for new ASMR YouTubers. Do what you feel is fun and try not to try. Didn't come out too well and be original. I'm a huge fan of yours by Lee1302. What is your favourite role you have done so far? I enjoyed Manuel because he's a bit strange. And he's got that shirt. That shirt has its own story about it. Please make my life. As a fan from the beginning, please make my life. I think that's a video, my life video. I'm not really into that video, sorry. As a fan from the beginning, what's your favourite type of video to do? Oh. What's my favourite type of video to do? I kind of like doing the massage ones. Actually, I like doing the manual ones with a person. That's the best ones. And I love getting massage. Any chance you could incorporate both your tuning forks and your different tapping objects into a video? Yeah, of course I can try. Be a bit hard, but I can try. Actually, no, I can do it. Yeah, I can tap with one hand and tuning fork with the other. What's a dab? Meowella 23. I'm a liberal. What's a dab? Remember, I'm old. If I could do anything else on YouTube, what would it be? I'd like to help parents with autistic kids, to be honest. Try and give them information because, you know, I try and look for information. B4N1SH3D. No, I don't know how to translate that. Wheel of Time series of books, and the Gamal books are my favourite. Movies. I'm going to say John Wick 2 because I haven't seen it yet and I want to see it. It will be one of my most recent favourite movies. A bit of a Kainu fan. Support Ishi the Shepherd. That's a pretty cool username. Hello Dimitri, I've been watching your videos for a year now. I was wondering, what is your motivation for continuing ASMR? To help people. Alright. 3.5 hours. Alright, Bandit Girl. Do you want to make more hypnosis videos? Yes, I do. I have a script ready and I have another Qui-Gon one that I want to do. Mike Deslow. Dimitri, you make amazing videos. You put me to sleep within minutes, so thank you. Do you feel tingles while making videos? No, I don't feel tingles. I do feel something else. I know I'm doing the right thing. And I got Zico Bro wanting to say hi. God, this was 3 hours ago. How many questions got hit up at the start? Alright, Booty Master. How was it when you first started getting popular in the ASMR YouTube community and people from your personal life would stumble across your videos? My friends and family don't talk about it much, really. You know, people's lives dictate what it is that they do and yeah, they just don't really watch my videos. Not that I kind of want them to, I kind of don't really want them to, but it's a shame that, you know, a lot of people are not open into looking at new things and trying it out. So it's not that they have to look at my videos, but they could look at other videos in general related to it. So, but I don't push it onto them because I don't want to. It's not really my business. How was it when I started getting popular? Not many people in my real life came across my videos. Only a handful of people really did. I just had a question from Steam. Have I ever been recognised by a fan or viewer during a match of Counter-Strike? Yeah, I have actually. And I actually play comp games with him now. Alright, here we go. Back to Reddit. Gwen Blade. Hello, Dimitri. I really like what you are doing and often watch your videos. Some involve Scarlett. She's great. But it's a long time to be seen and the channel's not updated. Scarlett is actually back in town. And starting... so yeah, she wanted to update her channel because we actually... she forgot her password and I actually helped her get her password back. And so this was only a couple of weeks ago, so she is wanting to do something. I've got to try and catch up with her. Hello, doctor. Many patients in your chat are requesting for you to do a dab. What the hell is a dab? Where did you get the idea of ASMR? Yeah, so for a lot of the way that I try and present my videos is I try and create little things that I've experienced in unintentional ASMR situations to try and mimic and bring that to you. So I try and create like an unintentional moment of me experiencing ASMR, and I try and simulate that with you. Do you like see ASMR? Yes, I think. I swear I've answered this question before. What is your most stereotypical Australian experience? So Jace like asked, what's the most stereotypical Australian experience? Getting drunk with mates, many times. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Hang on, I swear I answered this question. Maybe not. To heal people. Alright. Superpowers. Healing people. Wouldn't that be the best superpower? Life is a monstroni. Thanks for all the videos. Do you experience ASMR immunity? Yes, I experience it. Yes. Yep, I experience ASMR immunity. Nikki Nix 92. Out of all the people I watch, you're one of my favourites. Thank you very much. I also love your hand movements, ASMR videos. I should start stamping. Alright. Okay, so someone's just... Sorry, someone's just sent me a link that shows me what a dab is, and I don't think I'll be doing it. But it was interesting to watch. I got JR Dimmer 99. Hi Dimitri. I'm currently a student and frequently use ASMR as a technique to relieve stress, but I've recently found that the stress is mounting. What would you suggest as a student ASMR stress reliever? I love your work and your recent discovery of ASMR does wonders. Alright, so he's asking about the stress reliever. So you need to look at what's causing your stress. Is it the work that you're doing? You know what I mean? Also, get out, go swimming, gym, walk outside. Walking outside is a very underrated tool, because when you're walking outside, you're forced to think. And you have to think. So don't think about wasteful stuff. Think about, you know, solving problems on things you can do and stuff like that. Sorry. I don't think this is important, but you just never know. What do you think is the funniest video game of all time? I'd have to say Team TF, TF2, because for me that's the game that I've played the most and I've had the most fun. P. Crowy asked if I get recognised in the public a lot. Not really. Getting messages on Steam. So I've almost got 500,000 subscribers. This is from Brandon Johnston 12. My question is what have you got planned for a 500 subscribers video? Oh man, I didn't even think of nothing like that. So I'm going to have to think of it. I'm going to have to think of something special. I think I need to do like that hand movement video that everyone wants. I got I Can Whisper. Hey Dimitri, I've been a fan of your content since the early days. You're a big inspiration to me making my own channels. What video games do you play? So it's just CSGO, first person shooters. I really want to play an MMO game that reproduces the style of game that EverQuest 2 had when it first came out. And there's a couple of games coming out, and I'm kind of interested in that. That's what I kind of really want. I kind of like that style of game because it's not so fast paced. You can play with people, you get the grinding, the upgrade. I kind of like it. I got Bird Jens asking about real life ASMR sessions. The main role sessions are kind of real life. I want to set up something It's like a place where, what do you call it? I went to one recently, a health harmony show where people get together and they have like healings, massages, crystal therapy and stuff like that. I wanted to go somewhere like that and create something where people can do it. Yeah, it's kind of a yes. Thanks Morris Nichols again. The Cairo something so it seems to be a CSGO fan. What other online games you play? Not playing anything really. Wow, time is flying. I think I'll probably cut it soon, the live stream anyway. Oh, there's 230 more replies. Alright, just give me a second. I want to have a look at this video.
It's causing stress.
What is this video?
The primary purpose of this video, stress and the problems. You're not quite knowing, but if I do not try.
Okay, so this is for the people that this looks like a fully fledged video that it's 17 minutes long. It's got hand movements and I don't think many people have ever watched it. Very few people have ever watched this. So I think it's time that I made this live. So I'm going to turn this live stream off. And so there's still 1,500 people. Well, I don't know, there's like 1,000 people in there. So I'm going to link this video in there somewhere. I don't know how. And I'm going to make it public. Because I'm going to have to come back to this AMA a bit later because it's just a lot of questions. And I thought I'd get through lots of them, but I ain't getting through them. Alright, video manager. No. I got so many videos. Oh boy. Unlisted, here we go. Wow. I have a lot of videos. Oh man. Oh god, there's a good one there too that people haven't seen. Oh, there's a couple of good Dr. Dimitri videos there that none of you guys have ever seen. One's got 19 views, and I've age restricted it. It has to be for 18 years and above. I should make that one public. It is slightly controversial though, I must admit. And there's a few videos here that haven't been listed. Oh, here's another. Oh, that's that video. Wow. I got lots of videos there. Man, how do I find these videos? There you are. Alright, so I'm going to make a video live. basic info. Alright, so I'm going to cut this stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm just about to make this video.
Is to help people.
I'm going to make this live in a minute. So I'm going to cut the stream. Thank you very much. And I'm going to make this video live so you've got something else to watch. And I'll speak to you later.